Have you ever noticed that one person who never posts selfies, never uploads vacation photos? Everyone else is documenting coffee runs, gym mirror pics, birthdays, relationships, but that one person? Silent. No stories. No photo dumps. No photo of the month. And honestly, it makes people curious. Because in a world where attention feels like currency, choosing not to post yourself online almost feels rebellious. So what's really going on inside the minds of people who rarely post their photos on social media? A few years ago, a guy named Alex worked at a fast-growing startup in New York. Everyone in the office posted constantly. Team lunches, rooftop parties, but Alex never posted anything about himself. No profile updates. No selfies. Coworkers assumed he was insecure or antisocial. But over time, they noticed something strange. Alex was actually one of the most confident people in the building. He spoke calmly, didn't seek validation. One coworker finally asked him, "Why don't you ever post your life online?" Alex smiled and said something simple. "Because I'd rather experience my life than perform it." That sentence stuck with people. Because deep down, many of us know how easy it is to start living for reactions instead of reality. Psychologists call this external validation dependence. When people constantly post photos, part of the brain starts connecting self-worth to engagement. Likes become emotional rewards. Comments become approval. Views become social proof. And over time, people unconsciously begin asking, "Will this look good online?" Instead of, "Will this actually make me happy?" Now, obviously, posting photos doesn't mean someone is insecure. Social media can be creative, fun, and meaningful. But people who rarely post themselves often have something different. Their identity exists privately first. Have you ever gone to a concert and seen hundreds of people watching the entire thing through their phones? They're physically there, but mentally focused on capturing proof that they were there. Meanwhile, there's always that one person simply enjoying the moment, just present. That ability to stay present is becoming rare. And ironically, people who post less often report feeling less pressure to maintain an image online. Because maintaining a digital identity is exhausting. You're constantly managing perception. You start thinking about angles, captions, timing, aesthetics, reactions, and some people want no part in that. There's also another psychological reason many people avoid posting photos. Control. The internet never forgets. One photo can be screenshotted, judged, misunderstood, or spread far beyond its original audience. Some people simply value privacy more than visibility. And honestly, that mindset is becoming more common in America, especially among younger adults who grew up watching social media become overwhelming. A college student in California explained it perfectly in an interview. She said, "My happiest memories are usually the ones nobody online knows about." That hit hard, because some moments lose their magic the second they become content. There's also an interesting confidence paradox happening here. A lot of people assume that posting less means lower confidence. But psychologists have noticed that highly self-assured individuals often feel less pressure to constantly display themselves online. Why? Because confidence and attention are not the same thing. Some people post because they genuinely enjoy sharing, but others post because silence feels invisible. And those are two very different motivations. People who are comfortable without online attention usually build their self-worth from internal sources. Real friendships, personal goals, skills, experiences, peace of mind, not algorithms. And when your confidence comes from within, you stop needing reminders from strangers that you matter. There's a famous story about actor Keanu Reeves. Despite being one of the most recognizable celebrities in the world, he has always lived unusually privately. You rarely see him showing off luxury, chasing online attention, or turning every moment into content. And people admire him for that. Why? Because privacy creates mystery, and mystery creates depth. Today, oversharing has become normal. So when someone keeps parts of their life offline, it subconsciously signals emotional independence. It tells people, "I don't need constant attention to feel valuable." And whether we admit it or not, that's powerful. But there's another side to this conversation too. Sometimes people stop posting photos because social media damaged their mental health. They got tired of comparison, tired of pretending life was perfect, tired of editing themselves for approval. Studies have shown that excessive social comparison online can increase anxiety, loneliness, and low self-esteem. especially when people constantly consume idealized versions of other people's lives. So for some individuals, posting less becomes a form of emotional protection, not insecurity, peace. And maybe that's the biggest misunderstanding about quiet people online. Silence doesn't always mean sadness. Privacy doesn't always mean weakness. Sometimes it means someone has learned that not everything meaningful needs an audience. In fact, some of the happiest people you'll ever meet barely post at all. They're too busy building real lives instead of digital ones. At the end of the day, social media itself isn't the enemy. The real question is this: are you using social media, or is social media using you? Because there's a huge difference between sharing your life and needing strangers to confirm that your life matters. And maybe the people who rarely post photos already figured something out. The rest of the world is still learning. A beautiful life doesn't always need to be displayed. Sometimes the most confident people in the room are the ones who never feel the need to prove anything online. And honestly, that silence says more than any post ever could.